Greetings YouTube. Today I'm going to do a test of a Nebo 1AA battery flashlight. So there you go. It's got a nice throw, got a decent flood. There aren't any artifacts in the beam, though you can very faintly see a small square in the center, and that's because there's actually a circuit built into the LED itself, but I don't consider that a major issue. It is part and parcel of the LED structure itself, so you know that just comes with the territory. And because of that, it's going to be regulated, which is actually going to make the bulb function more effectively and last longer. So you know I'm willing to take that small issue into account, but it really does have some nice. And even if you're I'm bouncing this off the ceiling, and I know it's probably difficult to tell, but you can see my hand quite clearly, even though I'm just getting reflection from the ceiling. So if you're going to be candling something, this will actually provide you enough illumination to at least see around the room, so you're not stumbling into objects, even if you can't read with it in this mode. But if you point it at something, you're definitely getting some decent light. And this is what I would consider a budget light. It was $10 at a hardware store. You would probably find it cheaper online. Of course, you have to factor in shipping. But there will be more details coming up in the next section. Greetings, YouTube. Today I'll be talking about a Nebo or Nebo flashlight. It's Chinese. I'm not sure how you say that. If anyone could tell me, I'd appreciate it. This is the NU12E model. It's written in very small numbers and letters right down there. It also says here in relatively small script, caution, sharp edge. So this edge in here is in fact, sharp is a relative term, but it does actually have some points in there, so you might want to be cautious about this. There was no packaging when I bought this. This was just in a display at a hardware store. It uses a single double A battery. Which is also from the same company. So there you go. Takes a little bit of finagling there because you got to overcome the clip's resistance. Obviously, getting the clip on and off is very simple. You just take it apart, slide that clip off, or if you don't want the clip, and it's got some decent retention, but it's not overly aggressive. But combined with this little rubber sleeve in here, which has nubs on it, it's going to give you a nice secure grip on your pocket or your pouch or something like that. You could also rig this up relatively easily with for a lanyard, either through the clip itself or through any of these small holes. Though I'm not 100% sure what these holes are for. They could be purely aesthetic, because the ones here up here are obviously not for a lanyard, but they're here, so maybe they're just there for aesthetics. Who knows? What attracted me to this was the size. It's not large, it's not a whole lot bigger than the AA battery that's in it. It uses a AA, which is ubiquitous. You can find them anywhere. It's light. It's quite comfortable. It has a single push button on and off. It has a nice feel to it. Definitive. I like that. The covering has a nice little texture on it, and this covering is glow in the dark. A really nice feature. I wish more flashlight did this. And it's also recessed so you can candle it, which always, to my mind, is a great feature in a flashlight because it gives you greater utility. It means you can use this to help illuminate a room to a certain extent. It'll let you put it down and do things and hold things in front of it if you want to. So having the ability to candle it is good because of the clip. It also, and these nubs, it also means it's not going to roll far. Another good feature. I've had flashlights. You put a flashlight down and everything rolls on you. It's a pain in the butt, particularly if you're just trying to. You can reposition this very quickly to get exactly where you want it to go if you're putting it in the horizontal position. I think I paid $10 for this. So you could probably find it for less online, but I was at the hardware store and it was right there, so I bought it. I like it. It's a nice little, again, it's a nice little size. And they know these edges are here. So the only thing I can imagine the edges are there for is for self-defense. If you were to strike someone with that, it's gonna hurt them. Okay, if you were to come in like this or like that, that's definitely going to cause some damage, and hopefully we'll get them to hesitate while you run away, which is what this kind of thing is for, is not to go into full combat mode with. It is designed to distract someone so you can get away. But I like this. I think it would be perfect in a toolkit or a gear bag, your everyday carry bag, in a purse, because of the recessed switch. It's very unlikely to get bumped on, and because it actually takes a fair amount of force, again, not likely to come on, but you can still do a cigar mode. That both of those positions are quite comfortable. So I like this design. It's a good, solid little flashlight. Don't think I've ever owned a Nebo or a Nebo before, and now I do. And since I collect these things, I kind of wanted one. But this will be going into somewhere in my house where I can grab it on a regular basis. And again, I like the fact that it has a glow-in-the-dark button that's recessed, giving you options, making it easier to find. It may not be an overly expensive flashlight, but someone put some thought into it, and I really appreciate that.